Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a top 10 prospects in the UFC. I had to make this. It's not on. It was not on there. It is now on the community, tier maker or whatever it is. I had to make this one, and there's some pretty interesting fighters in this. You got some with only a couple fights. But you also have some with, more than four. And I just think they haven't had that competition step up yet. That's why they're still a prospect to me. Again, this is just my opinion. Before we get into this, make sure you hit that subscribe button as hard as you possibly can. Leave a comment down below if you agree, if you disagree, and why. And hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you watch all the way through so that you know exactly where I put these fighters and why I put them there. As always, let's get into it. First, we have Topuria, something like that. Ilir Topuria. I really like Ilir Topuria. I think he's very, very good. He's dang it. He's very, very good. It's a little bit difficult with him because he hasn't fought the top of the top, but every time he fights, he shows more and more and more and more improvements. So the ceiling for Ilir Topuria is, I think he could get top 5. I could definitely see him getting close to the title. I'm just not 100% for sure if from what we've seen so far, if he could do it. I think definitely top 5. We will for surely see him in the top 5. And Grant Dawson. I am such a big fan of Grant Dawson. I've watched almost, if not all of his fights. He's just so fun. He's so well rounded. I think the only weakness in his game is his striking. And there has been a couple times where he's gotten a little tired, or it's in the third round where he has to pull it out. But I like seeing prospects get tested and then still somehow win the fight, because it shows them a lot. A loss is always good for prospects. It's always good for someone to lose, especially in the UFC, because it makes you change things up. It can help. Now, does it all the time? No. But Grant Dawson, I think Grant Dawson could be also top 5 material. I really, really like Grant Dawson. My tiers, I forgot to say it: champion, top 5, 10, 15, win some, lose some. So, that's some on there. Then we got Paddy Pimblett. It depends, because Paddy Pimblett's striking, he leaves his chin up. He's going to be susceptible to being hit. He's really, really good on the ground. But again, his striking is not there all the way. His first 2 matchups in the UFC, he got dropped. He got hurt real bad in the first one. Third one, he fights Jordan Levitt, who's not a striker. He's gonna be able to grapple with you. It's gonna be fun. And Paddy Pimblett submitted him. It is what it is. We haven't seen Paddy Pimblett be tested yet against like top tier fighters. That being said, I like Paddy, but he's like this fringe top 10, top 5, but I really mean is like, I could see him like top 6, top 7, somewhere around there. I don't think I can see Paddy in the top 5 just because of that all-around skills, like striking-wise. For Paddy, that's going to be an issue. So I got him in the top 10. Chidi Bang Bang Njokuani. Again, such a big fan. I really like his stand-up. He's so much fun. But the reality is when he fights a wrestler or fights a guy who's gonna make it dirty, and he's not gonna, his first one against Marc-Andre Barriault, he just destroyed. And then he fought Dusko Todorovic. I think that's how you say his name. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. Dusko is doing well, but he just got lackadaisical, and you can't do that with somebody who's so good in the clinch, somebody who's so good, striking and picking their shots. They're not just going to throw. They're going to line it up. They're going to, try to, think about it and throw, like Izzy. He's not just gonna throw to throw. And Chitty, the reality for him is eventually he's gonna fight a wrestler, and that is always gonna be his kryptonite. Is the not even the guys that can just shoot a double leg, the guys that like Mavzar Mavzar Evolov, something like that. Though or Umar Nurmagomedov, people like that who can chain wrestle, even make it a grind. Don't try to stand toe to toe with Chitty. I like Chitty. I think Chitty's also in the same top 5. Striking wise, now if this was just striking and he could defend all these takedowns, I could see him being champion because his striking is so good. Gregory Rodriguez, again, I like Gregory Rodriguez. He's good on the ground, all that stuff. I could definitely see him being in between top 10, top 5. I think I could definitely see him more in top 10 than top 5. So I'm going to put him in top 10. Kyler Phillips is good everywhere. The only issue with him is his cardio sometimes because his output and his flashiness is insane. So Kyler Phillips, I definitely think top 5. Umar Nurmagomedov, champion. Just because his style, just because how he fights, it is unbelievable. It's hard to stop. I don't know why half of his head is cut off, but that's who that is. I just think his style matches up the best for someone to be able to be champion. Yeah. And then Song Yadong, great striker, great power, has been susceptible at times with the takedown. I could see him being top 5. Again, if it was just stand-up striking, yeah. Ian Gary, haven't seen enough from Ian Gary to say anything, but I definitely could see him 100% being in top 5. If we can see a little bit more, I could say higher, but I just can't say any higher than that because we really haven't seen him be tested. And we know I like the way he fights. He picks his shots. Another guy who picks his shots doesn't just throw and, just doesn't swing, doesn't, do those things. Very fast, very good on the counters, very technical. Haven't seen anybody really a chain wrestler against him, which I think we really need to see because I want to see how he does with all that. And then Mavzar, who was supposed to fight Ilil Tapora. I wish that would have happened because that would have made this a little bit more easier to, like, Tapora maybe champion, or Tapora is definitely top 5, won't be champion because of this style, or vice versa. So him, I definitely have him champion again because of his style. Decent on the feet, not terrible, but incredible wrestling, so he can kind of dictate where these fights go. So that is my list. I should have had it in freaking presentation mode. Gosh dang it. I should have had it in presentation mode, but I guess it is what it is. That is my list. Patty, Chitty, Gregory, Song Yadong, Ian Gary, top 10. They definitely could be moved up a little bit, but I'm going to go there. Top 5, Ilil Tapora, Dawson, Kyler Phillips, top 5. Champion material, Umar Nurmagomedov, and then Mavzar Evolov, something like that. But as always, guys, you know what it is. Hit that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up as well, and you know what it is. Peace.